So we found out there was a celebration of the Sonic the Hedgehog kind on the 2nd of December 2020, and naturally, going through this long ass drought, we were a bit excited, you know. We thought maybe we'd get something, you know, cool, like obviously not a proper game reveal because come on, 30th anniversary is next year and it seemed like they don't want to release anything this year, but we thought maybe it could be something like a port or something like that, something actually like game related. But of course, you know, we also had to remember that this is Sega, and Sega usually equals disappointment, and we had to bring ourselves back to earth and set expectations straight. So, I mean, I did kind of set expectations straight in that previous video, but now we have to double down, because monitoring the situation, it's not looking good. This celebration is starting to look a lot more Sega-y, if you know what I mean. Now, for those of you who don't know exactly what I'm talking about, well, I guess you could watch the previous video, but I'll give a quick recap right now. So this year is Sega's 60th anniversary, and they have been celebrating by, well, getting us to create some Sega account, which I signed up for, and also saying that there's going to be weekly content drops for a bunch of Sega related franchises. So week 2 was Amplitude Studios, and week 3, which is about to commence, is 2 Point Studios. And there's a bunch of other different franchises for week 4, 5, 6, and 7, and the last one is week 8, which is Sonic the Hedgehog, available 2nd of December. So obviously every week we are getting updates. Now the reason why I'm saying this celebration is going to look a lot more Sega-y is because I'm monitoring what these other franchises are getting every week, and basically using that as a gauge for what we can expect for the Sonic one at the end. So obviously not a guarantee that we'll be getting the previous week is going to apply to Sonic, but it seems like it's going to be in a similar vein, because it sounds disappointing, and come on, it's Sega. So week 2 Amplitude Studios, it says here Amplitude Studios themed ultra high definition content, including a 60th anniversary wallpaper, yay, avatars, and a social profile theme. Sounds very interesting. They also had a little interview that was posted on Twitter, so yay for them. As you can see here, 2 Point Studios is available from 28th October, while today is only the 27th, as I'm recording this. Because I signed up to their newsletter thing, the Sega newsletter, for their 60th anniversary thing, I've already gotten the information on what the next week is going to be. So they have different forms of celebration during the week, and then they have the weekly content drop. So according to this tweet, it says here, coming up in our Sega 60th celebrations, 2 Point Studios week. Get ready for more special Sega content, including a bunch of surprises with the lovely people from 2 Point Studios. For more info and to claim your free goodies, and then go to the website. And it says here, Wednesday, history of the Sega Dreamcast, which there was no 2 Point game on the Dreamcast. I don't know why that's here, but okay. And before you play the card, but Prem, you know, 2 Point Studios used to be like, you know, the people that were in Bullfrog, they made Theme Park World and Theme Hospital. Well, yeah, but Theme Park World came out in 1999 on Windows, and then PlayStation 1, and then eventually came out on PlayStation 2, and then came out on Mac OS. They completely skipped the Dreamcast, so you can't even include that. You can't even say they were back in the Dreamcast from back then. Theme Hospital, which is the one that they did the 2 Point Hospital and made a new version, essentially. Not exactly a remake, but you know what I mean. That came out on PC and PlayStation in the late 90s. They skipped Dreamcast, so why are they doing the Dream? You know what? Let's just keep going. Thursday, 2 Point Hospital giveaway. Friday, 2 Point Studios interview. Saturday, top 5 scariest Sega games. Sunday, behind the scenes of 2 Point Studios, which I don't know how that's different from the interview, but okay, fine. They want to drag out the week thing. Monday, Sega plays Streets of Rage with 2 Point Studios, even though they didn't make Streets of Rage, but okay, I guess to fill up the week. And then Tuesday, 60th birthday wishes from fans. I guess they need a whole day for that. And when you look at the email they sent me, it says the weekly content drop for 2 Point is there'll also be awesome 2 Point Hospital content to grab for free, including wallpapers, a Twitter header image, and 60th avatar icons available on our website from October 28th, and of course a link to download it on October 28th. So yeah, this sounds like some mid shit basically. Based on what we're getting from Amplitude Studios and 2 Point Studios, we can expect to see something mid for the Sonic reveal, because I mean we've got a bunch of weeks left, so I'll monitor the upcoming weeks, but the way things are going, it seems like it's just gonna be some mid-tier shit. I don't see any ports in our horizon. I mean, of course I wish I was wrong. I hope I'm wrong, right? But the way things are going, I can't sit there and tell you guys to even be an ounce excited for this, because I mean, really, a Twitter banner? Like, a wallpaper, like, okay, cool, whatever. But you know, it's mid shit. Let's be real, it's mid shit. Like, it's irrelevant. We don't really need it. But I guess, you know, the thing is, you can't really be mad at me for expecting something like a port or something more, because with the 30th anniversary around the corner and that year being dedicated to a new game or games, you'd think maybe we'd get a port the year before to build up into it. You know, it kind of makes sense, right? And also, like, we've been trained as Sega fans to like lower our expectations when it comes to Sega, right? Because if this was any other company, like if Nintendo was having their 60th anniversary, I mean, they're old as fuck now. Like, when they were 60, they weren't making game consoles. But if Nintendo was having like their 150th anniversary, which they came up in like the 1800s, right? The 1880s, was it? So I'll probably be alive for their 150th anniversary. But the point is, if they're having their 150th anniversary and Mario's anniversary was also around the corner, and they said they're going to be doing weekly content drops for their franchises like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, you know, all the other things they make, you would expect significant things, right? If it was Sony doing some kind of PlayStation celebration, you'd expect maybe a game reveal or some kind of port, or some big piece of information. But because it's Sega, because we expect not even the bare minimum, below the bare minimum for Sega, it's like, oh, they're having a weekly content drop. Everyone was like, okay, it could be something cool, but remember, it's Sega. Remember, it could be some mid shit. Like, you know, we had to like put that in there, because Nintendo wouldn't do this. They wouldn't be like, here's this big event, here's our 60th anniversary, here's our anniversary of our biggest franchise. Well, Sonic's barely the biggest franchise anymore, because they got Total War and Persona and Football Manager, so maybe that's why. But the fact that it's like, here's one of our biggest franchises, and we're not going to give you anything significant, we're going to just give you like some wallpapers, like, go nuts. It just seems so mid. Like, only Sega can pull this off. You know, like, I don't want to get too ranty right now, because maybe they'll give us something significant and I'll just be sitting there like, oh, they actually did give us something cool. You know, I don't think it's going to be the Unleashed on Steam that I'm dreaming of, but yeah, we'll keep an eye every week and see what these content drops are. But the way things are going, expect mid shit, okay? So yeah, unfortunately Daddy Ram had to come and, you know, lower the expectations of the fan base. I was excited for the December 2nd thing a little bit, because I mean, I knew it was Sega, but I was a little bit like, maybe a port or something, but even that's too much for Sega to, you know, port Sonic games that aren't 2D and of the classic variety, you know. So I guess we just keep waiting until 2021. You know, I guess they're not going to South by Southwest, so we'll see what they do, if they have their own event or whatever. But by this time next year, we should know about a game, right? By this time next year, we should be about to be getting a game, like, released, or we should know about, or something, right? So we'll see what happens. 30th anniversary around the corner. If this December thing is mid, then I guess the wait for next year continues. We'll see what they do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this information. Do you think we are going to get something more significant still, or are you coming down to the earth and realizing that this is in fact Sega? But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, subscribe to the Notes on the channel, link in the description. But that's all I have to say right now, so Premy out.